so good. I'm so proud of you, Hazel. He's right there. Hey y'all, welcome. We been waiting on this. I know we did a video about moving her for the last time, and I thought, man, she's gonna calve any day. Hazel really held that baby as long as she possibly could, and that's all right. So baby was born last night. I posted a picture of it. I'm just kind of sharing behind the scenes. But the calf was born last night on daylight savings time day. So it was at November 2nd, about 10:30 at night. Yesterday morning, Olivia woke up and told me she had a dream that Hazel was going to have the calf today, but the calf was going to be backwards. And my wife wasn't wrong at all on that. The calf was born backwards, which can be a very scary situation. If you've never had calves or live animals, it can be, or even humans, backwards is not always the best situation. Head first, feet first on a calf. So we were getting ready for bed last night, and Olivia comes out and just does one final check, but we were going to do night checks anyway because she'd been showing lots of discharge yesterday. And sure enough, hooves were out and backwards. So hooves were faced up, indicating the calf is backwards. So, of course, yesterday I didn't do this on camera. It's kind of a low-key family day yesterday. So I tore down Hazel's pasture where she was, up over this way, and kind of wintered her down where we're going to put her over the winter. And yeah, she didn't want to go in the stanchion so we could pull that calf. Why we made that decision, Olivia is a 6th-generation cattle farmer, and she did a lot of club calves, if you want to call it that term, a lot of show calves. And with the presentation, and we felt like, honestly, Hazel had probably been in labor most of the day, but that calf was kind of stuck. And my wife's gut is really the main reason. So my wife said, we're going to pull this calf. I'm not waiting. And that's exactly what we did. He's probably 70 pounds-ish. I don't have a scale. That was just from picking him up after he was born, getting the mucus out of him. But it's been a eventful night here at the homestead, here at the farm. We got a lot to do today. Kind of give you the update as the day goes on, but I just wanted to share as she moves at me. Good morning, Mama. Mama Llama. Is that your calf? Put her in the background. I will say too, Hazel is absolutely an incredible mom. Obviously she's new to us. This would be her 3rd calf. I want to say 3rd. But instincts immediately took over for her last night. It's really incredible to watch. I did want to say thank you to, I forget who it was when we first got Hazel, that basically warned us about black-headed vultures. Didn't know that was a thing. Didn't have those in Indiana. Don't know why, but we just didn't. So I didn't even know what that was. And this morning when I came, let Olivia sleep in just a little bit because she'd been up most of the night checking on the calf, making sure he got up and stuff. And I came out and there's black-headed vultures all around Hazel and her calf, so I had to get them gone. He's pretty active though. He's resting right now. It's a beautiful, beautiful backdrop to take a nap in. So, good job, Mama. Part of the thing I need to do today, I'll just give you guys the quick rundown on what I think is going to take place today. So, I gave her a round bale recently, but it's been a little bit, so she needs another round bale. The bad news about that is the tractor is completely done right now. The starter is completely shot. Can't even use the screwdriver trick to get it started. So I had to rip the starter off of that. It looks like some point someone rewired or did something to it, and it's made it super hot, and it's just, I'm guessing the starter's been bad for a long time, and they redneck engineered to get it to continue to work. But when I took it off, it was just locked up. So that sucks. So I got to take that in today so they can try and get it working on. But I got to get her some hay without a tractor. And I know I joked in the video about bringing her one that I used to move round bales without a tractor, and I want to do that again. However, I don't have that big heavy piece of steel I used to have in Indiana to do that with. So that'll be we might just end up breaking a bale and just flaking it off in no wheelbarrow if I had to guess. You look good, Mama. I know, I'm talking about you and your baby. You did good, Mama Llama. You feel better? You look good. It's been crazy how uncomfortable she looked like the last few days to a week. She's been full of milk and ready to go. But yeah, that's kind of the agenda today. Come along with us and see what today brings. So I thought the camera was rolling and it wasn't. So thanks GPS. I took the starter to the Kubota dealership because I felt like that was probably the right thing to do. It's a Kubota tractor. I took it in and they only quoted to basically buy me a new one and not even try and repair the one I had. And then didn't answer any of my questions about some of the wiring configuration that's going on in that tractor. And I went to a local place that True Grit recommended that this is all they do is rebuild stuff like this, and it's local to us, so that's kind of nice. Here's their information. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. They're in Mount Airy. They're gonna rebuild it for a third of the price, and that's on a complete rebuild. And he kind of looked at it and said, I don't think it's gonna be a full rebuild, but this is the worst case scenario, and this is what the price will be. So doesn't hurt to go local sometimes. This one really helped me out. So, and I'll get it back a lot quicker too. Kubota told me it'd be 2 weeks to get that starter, versus this guy told me I'd have it back in just a few days. So it's a relief because there was a lot to do, and I feel like I've gotten used to having that tractor at this point. So yeah, I thought I had the camera recording, but I didn't, so sorry about that. I was gonna bring you guys along on that adventure, but I just got home from running those errands. See Hazel, her little baby's outside the fence. Does your baby know he's outside the fence? Does he need help? Are you singing to me? So we're only doing a single strand hot wire, and I don't know if that's gonna change. Do you want me to help you get him back in? Does he need to come be with you? I can help you. We are friends now, Hazel. So we're gonna continue with the one strand fence. Hi, buddy. Hi, handsome. Can you go back to your mama, please? You're heavy. I know. There he is. Does that work? And me and Olivia have been talking about maybe doing a second strand so he doesn't get out eventually. And the fence isn't on. You need to make that. I know, I touched him. We're only doing one strand for right now. Will we potentially add a second? Potentially, yes. We just want to keep it one strand so he can kind of get out and graze around, because there's still some good grass just outside of where we kind of have her pinned up for the winter. But yeah, he is such a good calf, isn't he, Hazel? He's a good boy, aren't you, dude? Are you talking to me or him? Me? Hi, buddy. You nursing good? I forgot how much I loved cows and calves. It's been a long time since we've calved anything, to be honest with you, because we did cow calf to start in Indiana, and then we got away from it to do feeders. Should have just stuck with what we loved. So we're back in the truck. So I had to almost think about, we had a video a long time ago about how we farm without a tractor. I know most of you probably have no idea what I'm talking about, but Olivia and I basically talked about how we farmed in Indiana without a tractor, and we did it for such a long time. And as you have the tractor in the background, if it's gonna be out for a few days, it is what it is. I can't do anything about it. But all that to say is, if you, oops, don't need a copyright strike. If you've been here for a while, or you saw the video where I cut the hole in the roof and put our fireplace in, but just before a big rainstorm, our house is primarily heated by wood. We have an absolute bounty of wood here, and we loved our wood stove in Indiana, but the biggest drawback to that wood stove there is I didn't have the wood, so I was literally just buying wood in just to burn it, which is cheaper, but when you think about it, it really kind of adds up with the extra labor. Here I have free wood, and I've been so graciously gifted a nice commercial wood splitter, a used commercial wood splitter, and a nice new chainsaw. So that's been an absolute blessing to us to be able to get heat for our house. This is my first time splitting wood with a wood splitter, and stacking wood and doing all of the wood things, to say the least. The one thing I will say that I've learned so far, and what I'm bringing you along with today, is it's gonna beep, I'm leaving the keys in it, is the size of my logs. So I really got into like quartering them and leaving them pretty good size, and most of this is red oak. There's some hickory and some ash, I believe, in this pile. My wood stack also fell over because of the heavy winds, but these pieces are definitely just too big for our wood stove, so I need to resplit a bunch, so I'm gonna have to use the truck. It's just here to the other side of the barn, but this way I can kind of split a bunch and then take a load up and stack a bunch for a few days at least. I would hope more than a few days, but it is getting pretty cold, and this is our primary source. Now, as far as the wood I'm sourcing from the land, the previous owners of everything here own an excavation company, and they tore out a bunch of trees and made a bunch of pasture and silvopasture. All the non-straight logs are over here in this pile, and this is what I've been taking from. I've literally done about 8 tractor bucket loads to get that amount, plus we've burned for probably about 2 or 3 weeks now. But there's a lot of really good wood here, and it's been sitting here for probably 5 to 7 years, so it's I would say 90% dry already. These logs, same thing from the previous landowners, but these ones are pretty straight, and I know there's some oaks in there and maybe a couple walnuts in there. My dream is that maybe someday this YouTube thing will work, and I can get a sawmill and build these up for furniture and find crafts and art and woodworking stuff. If you don't know, one of my passions and hobbies is I really enjoy woodworking. I really enjoy making things with my hands. That's why I like building houses, apparently. But that would be the dream. But that is just a dream right now. So this weather's beautiful. I'm gonna try and get some of this wood resplit into smaller pieces. I have some there. You guys were with me the other day at the pond. Getting that that was 1 bucket load, and there's probably 10 more down there of those same kind of dead trees. So I'm gonna get this split, try and get the truck bed filled up, and then restack it on the other side of the house so it's close access to the door. This might be, you're not gonna be able to hear me. This might be one of my favorite chores to do on the homestead. I know there's no way you guys could hear that over what that was going on. So Hazel's baby escaped again, and she's yelling at me. So I think I'm gonna have to, I think I'm gonna go ahead and have to wire up a couple more strands of hot wire. We'll see if I actually need to make them hot or if he'll just respect it. I'll probably start by just, tying it off. I know he's over there in that grass. Now, how do I know that? Because that's the direction she yells, and that's where I found him last time. I know. I'll get your baby. So, I don't have a microphone on me, so I don't know who I'm trying to talk to right now. My plan is to, what is on these pigtails? I know, I'm working on it, baby. Is to essentially make a little insulator just from electrical tape, just in case I do decide to electrify it later, which might. You're really not happy with your kid right now, are you, Hazel? He's a good boy. I'll get him. So. Mad at me, girlfriend, but I'm not the one who lost my kid. Can I put him over here? I'm very grateful for this life and this lifestyle. I know it's not easy and there are hard moments and splitting wood is very monotonous. But this right here, I think this is what it's all about. Would I have liked to have had this baby like a couple weeks ago? Yeah. I'm not gonna bother you. I'm just talking about you. I know you hate it when I talk about you, Hazel. He has been nursing really good. He obviously moves around, quite the escape artist. But where are you going, buddy? Olivia went to go get him some minerals and stuff since he probably will be a little bit deficient, or likely is deficient. Just give him that little bit of pick-me-up to get him through the next few hours. We are going to milk Hazel for the first time. I say first time, we've milked her before when she first got here. We kept her on her routine. We've screwed that up multiple times at this point. But now that she's had her calf, we need to get her in the stanchion so we can get the milking process started. Well, we'll say she doesn't have her halter on anymore. When we dried her off due to all the family emergencies, we took it off. So that's kind of where we're at. That's why she doesn't have her halter on. So we got to get her in the stanchion, get the halter back on her and get her milked. Olivia will do the milking I guess I'm not delicate enough. I don't know, but we're going to just go. We're going to lasso to halter to stanchion. It's kind of our game plan.
Can you quite do that? Before you open it, I was wondering if you were going to find it. I said, thank God you're unbreachable to swim. Like, seriously, everything happens for a reason.
It does. Doesn't it?
It really does.
It's crazy, all that effort and fight, and literally as soon as her head goes through, she's like, oh, feed.
Fine, yeah.
Looks like we just called PETA.
Huh?
So it's probably called PETA. The animal abuse that just transpired on me.
Can you give her something?
That's what I was wondering, the way she was looking at me. Can I take her halter off?
Yeah.
I was trying to make you more beautiful. Hold on.
Well, we almost got a whole gallon of colostrum. Some things I'm realizing that I probably should have got today or will be getting this week. Mastitis pads to check for mastitis, obviously. One of her quarters, which is really full and we know about it, just seemed a little bloody. So just to double check and make sure we're not getting into mastitis, which I don't think we are right now, but just checking. Just trying to see what was in there. I guess a bug. And gonna put, I make lotion for us out of lard and I call it ointment. So Paul went to go grab some ointment to put on her teats because they are very dry, and it's just fat is all. It's just lard with some essential oils, so it won't hurt the calf or anything. I know they make like udder balm, things like that, so I might be looking into some of that for her. Obviously this is our first freshening, so there's a few things that we're learning and just moving through, but nothing that can't be, you know, figured out. So
here's your ointment, my love.
thank you. Almost got a whole gallon of it.
I'm sure you milked her all out.
Oh yeah, there's not much coming out.
Okay.
And 4 gallons is her peak, right? Like she's not gonna hit peak right away, so.
It's like a velociraptor.
Did I have it on long on you before? I think so.
Do you want to lock them up into here tonight? Huh? You think so?
So good. I'm checking her ears. I don't know if I'm talking to the camera or talking to you.
You're fine.
I'm checking her ears because for milk fever, they say that her extremities will go cold. And she's not at risk of milk fever. She's not overweight. She's not, she hasn't had it before. And her calf is doing great and she's milking just fine. So really, I don't think she'll get milk fever, but it is something that can kill a cow very, very, very quickly. Milk fever is not an actual fever. It just means that the calcium in her body is putting so much into her milk that it will start pulling from her bones and it will kill her within a day. They go downhill very, very quickly. So it's just something I keep, a lookout because we don't want her to die.
Are those appropriate for milking?
My Crockies, they're insulated.
They're white, now they're covered in poop.
Yeah. Yeah, they're definitely my barn shoes now. Don't you know white's the new barn milk?
Is it?
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, you want to try to put them in there?
Yeah, I figured I'll probably have to grab her and take her over into there. That's heavy. Explicitly, I remember it being your choice.
What's that?
Whip.
Okay, hold on.
And I could probably go move that one.
Yeah. Yeah, I would move that one, move out. Here, hold on.
You want to hold this one for a second?
Yeah.
Or you can go move it?
Did it just break all the way?
This is one of
And then we'll just leave it open again, right? We don't have to move the water.
do day weaning, we can get a second water.
What?
When we go to like day wean, then we can get a second water.
Right.
I know, Mama Llama. You adjusted back to your halter quick. What a good first day having Cal back on the farm. Thank you guys for coming along with us today. Thank you so much for everyone's positive support, and we will catch you on the next one.